This week on the Aviators, Curtis heads to Penyan Aero as we look at why aircraft engines are so reliable.
They're severely over-engineered. There's many redundant systems on these aircraft engines.
Raylene visits the Oshawa Municipal Airport, the world's most female-friendly airport. And I look at buying a used aircraft and all of the things that you can do to make it your own. The Aviators is made possible by
Xeon's PCAS XRX, the first ever portable collision avoidance system with direction. The XRX shows traffic information on its screen or on a wide variety of compatible GPS displays. For more information, contact Xeon Flight Systems.
Previously, Sarah looked at the differences between single and twin-engine aircraft. A large part of her multi-engine training involved learning how to fly a twin when one engine fails. But most of the general aviation aircraft out there are single-engine aircraft. And unlike twins, if that one engine fails, all of your forward thrust is gone. Any way you look at it, an engine failure on a twin or a single-engine aircraft is not a good thing. You're not going to find yourself simply sitting in the middle of the street when your aircraft's engine fails. Because of this, the engines in factory-certified aircraft are all built to be extremely reliable with built-in redundancies and requirements for the engine to be overhauled after a certain number of hours. One shop that does overhauls is Penyan Aero, a family-run business that goes back 3 generations. Current company president Bill Middlebrook is the grandson of Harold Middlebrook, who started Penyan in 1945.
Bill, what makes an aircraft engine so reliable?
Well, you know, Curtis, these engines have been around for decades now. They're severely over-engineered. There's many redundant systems on these aircraft engines to help keep the pilots and the passengers safe.
When it comes to piston aircraft engines, there are 2 main manufacturers that general aviation aircraft will use, Continental and Lycoming. These 2 companies have produced the majority of the aircraft engines used in general aviation aircraft since the 1950s. Most of their engines were designed in the 50s and 60s and are now tried and true. Penyan performs overhauls on both manufacturers' engines and have people from all over the world ship engines to their New York facility.
So here we are in the warehouse, and this is basically where all our engines come in when they first arrive here, and this is also where all the engines are shipped out. When the engines first arrive here, every engine goes through a detailed check-in. We open up the crate, see what we've got, take pictures, make a list, copy down everything from part numbers, serial numbers, engine models, pieces and parts, extra parts that might have come in with the engine. From there, the engines go to the teardown.
That sounds like the fun part where you get to take it apart and see what's inside.
Tear it all apart, that's right.
Let's go have a look.
All right.
All aircraft engines have what's called a TBO, or time before overhaul. This is an hour count on when the aircraft engine will need to be overhauled. For Lycoming and Continental engines, this is usually between 1,400 and 2,400 hours. Once an engine hits this time, it may need to go to a facility like Penyan, where they will disassemble, inspect, clean, and replace various parts of the engine.